Naofumi and Mark have now somehow separated from their original body. There's two of them now. How were they able to do this? Well, even they don't really know. Out of nowhere, they felt this power surge within them as if they were gaining more and more power from a various outside source, being able to separate from their original body and now becoming, well, their selves in a way? They're not so sure, but now they're together and now they're ready to fight. Glass stands in front of them and she seems sporadic. Does she even stand a chance in this fight? Would she have even stood a chance against one version of Naofumi and Mark? I don't know, but we'll find out right now on the final installment of Naofumi The Legendary Moonknight. Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me, and I'm back. I'm back with the final installment of Naofumi The Legendary Moonknight, Vigilante. If you enjoy, make sure to leave a like, sub, and comment down below. And just make sure to also check the description for any links and stuff like that. I do have a Discord. I also have a Spotify, so I should have all that stuff in the links below if you want to check that out. So yeah, that's about it. And I hope all of y'all have an amazing day. And let's just get right into the what if. Let's get it. Naofumi and Mark stand on either sides of Glass with their respective weapons, getting ready for a fight. Glass gets ready to fight as well, but even she seems hesitant. She keeps looking back at Khonshu, that monster that is standing behind Mark currently. She then turns and looks at Naofumi to see that same monster standing behind him as well. Does he exist? What is he? What the hell is he? She begins to scream at them in panic, and they both say that he is an Egyptian god. The way they're so strong is sort of because of him. Immediately they go charging at Glass, telling her that there is no more time for talk, that this was her choice to make this decision, and frankly, they're going to change it. Immediately they begin their assault upon Glass, and let's just say this fight is nowhere near fair. At the end of the day, they were already probably strong enough to take her on just with one version of them, but now with granted new powers and a duplicate of themselves practically, Naofumi and Mark together with their respective weapons begin to obliterate Glass. During this fight, they both contemplate. They contemplate if they want to kill her. Frankly, they don't really feel the need to do so, but at the same time, she did come here to basically kill all of them. She says that she needs to save her world by killing him, killing the other three heroes, but what does that truly mean? Why would he let that happen? Well, that's exactly the point. He won't. He has to either make the choice, kill her now, or somehow incapacitate her and capture her. But just as this choice is about to be made, just as they're trying to contemplate this with their basically telepathic powers, because yes, they might be separate, but they still have that link together. But just as they're making that choice, Naofumi dives straight in and goes to basically knock her out, and Mark follows up. But when Glass moves out of the way slightly, they both run into each other, combining once again. But this isn't the problem. Glass is on her last legs. What the main problem is out of nowhere, they both feel this weird sensation, as if the combination of both of them coming back together was flawed? No, it can't be flawed. How the hell, what happened? Immediately as they begin to contemplate this, their eyes begin to go black and they both black out. When they wake up, they have the dead body of Glass in one hand. Mark, what did you do? What did I do? What did you do? I didn't do that. What the fuck? How does that even make sense? I didn't do that either. This is bad. What's going on? They're not entirely sure what's even happening at this point. They both seemingly blacked out once they recombined, and now Glass is dead in their left hand. They didn't do that though. Who did? How is this even possible? Nonetheless, it's confirmed by the other heroes that are currently kind of on the ground that they did do that. Obviously, they know technically one of them didn't, but really, which one of them did? They're not so sure. But when they begin to leave back toward the kingdom, and when they make it to the throne room, they enter, and they begin speaking with the king. The king actually slightly thanks him for the help, but says that there's going to be some harsh punishment for Naofumi, and whoever this person is, that he can't be doing the things he's doing, disrespecting the kingdom. But just as Naofumi is about to rebuttal, he seemingly loses control and is no longer in control. He asks Mark if he's doing that, and why did he switch? But Mark says that he did not. The man begins to walk forward. It's as if Naofumi and Mark are now passengers. They're just watching the person walk forward, and they just proceed to kill the king and slice his head off. Naofumi and Mark have no idea what to say. What is going on? Just as that occurred though, the man turns toward Khonshu, and Khonshu nods as if it was a nod of approval. And frankly, they don't know what the hell is even happening. Again, they black out. When they black out, they jump to a brand new area, as if the person that is currently in control basically lost control for that moment of time. But where are they? They look to see that they're in a giant crater. They look up to see the Pope standing with this weapon. And not only that, the other three heroes are there extremely wounded. Mark, switch with me now. I'm gonna figure out what the hell's going on, okay? I know a little bit more about this gaming stuff than you, so maybe I can find out what it's based on. Yeah, but it could be something completely different. Maybe it's out of our league entirely. Don't you see that? Yeah, I understand that, but at least you're a better fighter, so switch with me. You're gonna have to handle this. Alright, if you say so. Mark switches bodies with Naofumi, or consciousness, of course. Naofumi begins searching and trying to find out what the hell is even going on. Quickly, he begins to watch as not only does Mark begin to put the hands on the Pope and everybody else and help try and save the other heroes, but luckily he begins to figure out what's going on. There's another person in their body, and it's actually that simple. There's someone else within the body that they didn't know about. Maybe he was laying dormant. Maybe he wasn't showing himself for a reason. Maybe Khonshu knew this entire time. Maybe Khonshu knew that as our power increased, or as their power increased, it would be harder and harder to truly control what Naofumi and Mark were becoming. So he decided to put someone that he knew would be able to take over and do exactly what he wanted. Naofumi tries to find a way to get him out. It's practically impossible. It's just like Mark. He can't get Mark out of his body. He can't get a consciousness out of his body. It's like he has a split personality. So he can't really do anything about it. But now he knows of its existence, and he immediately brings this up to Mark, telling Mark exactly what's going on, of this existence of another being. Mark is currently fighting with the Pope, and as the cathedral covers them, the other heroes try their best to actually help out. But even with that, they struggle. They're injured, and they're not anywhere near as strong as Naofumi and Mark. So frankly, they're practically useless. But nonetheless, helping out in general is beneficial. Naofumi continues to try to figure out a way to identify this person specifically, maybe even get him out of the body, but that's, again, impossible for him. But luckily, Naofumi watches as Mark finishes off the Pope and actually ends his life. Naofumi begins to tell Mark that there's no way to get this guy out of their body. He doesn't even know if it's actually a real person, but it all starts with Khonshu. There's no way it doesn't. Khonshu must have put this in as a failsafe. And he begins to explain that Mark made a deal a long time ago. Made a deal that after he basically solved this issue, or some issues, that he'd be released from Khonshu's control so he can have a regular life. This is what worries Naofumi. That's not good, Mark. This isn't good. That means this is the quote-unquote successor, correct? We could be kicked out of this body anytime soon. It doesn't mean we'll be sent home though. Immediately, Naofumi and Mark are pretty shocked to see this, and Mark confronts Khonshu about this. After he just had a warring battle with the Pope and his special weapon, he can barely breathe. So Naofumi even chimes in, asking what the hell what is he getting at? What is he trying to do? Khonshu says that he's trying to give them a good life, a life that they wanted in the first place, one that they can live at home and do exactly what they want. Mark can have the woman of his dreams and enjoy his life. Naofumi can go back to his gaming and enjoy his exceedingly success in that regard. They don't have to be here anymore. Someone else can take that place. And what the hell guarantees us that you won't send us back to nothingness? You send us home, quote unquote, but you keep the body? How is that gonna work? Khonshu begins to say that this world is far different than their own, that the duplicate idea is something that is blatantly obvious, and they've seen that already, that the waves have extraordinary powers, and the waves itself has given Khonshu even more strength, being able to actually make a duplicate of Naofumi's body. Why didn't you do that already then? Send us home now. Khonshu says it's not that simple, that he needs more and more power, and frankly, he needs Naofumi to get stronger, because this vessel of his, or the person that's supposed to take over, isn't strong enough to do that, at least not right now. Naofumi is frustrated to hear this, and so is Mark. Like, well, what are they supposed to do then? But just as those ideas are being brought up, they black out once again. The other person, the other successor, is awake, and they proceed to just immediately kill Ren, Itsuki, and Motoyasu. The blood is now all over Naofumi's hands, and when he reawakens back in the body, he sees all three of them dead on the ground. Oh my god. What the hell? Mark, I assume you didn't do this. No, I didn't. Oh fuck. This isn't good. What are you doing, Khonshu? Seriously. These were three other heroes. Yeah, they're kind of stupid, but still, they're the heroes. You just made this a lot harder for all of us. Khonshu just says that it's really no problem, and that's a promise. That yeah, it's true. That if you kill the other heroes, things get slightly harder. But here's the thing. Their power is endless, and they've seen that before as well. They could be every single hero. And it's obvious that they can do that they can have that much control. They've already killed the king of Melromark. They just gotta take over. Just as this argument is happening, a horribly terrified queen arrives with an entire army. Naofumi looks over, and Mark and him know exactly what to say at the same time. Go, run, do not come any closer, please. But just as they say this, they black out, and they watch, well, as this new successor kills the queen and kills every last person. Khonshu regards that when there is sin, sin must be punished. And at the end of the day, all of these people were sinful. The three heroes, the Pope, the people of the royal palace, the kingdom. He does regard that the queen may not have needed to be punished, but at the same time, the queen allowed for this to happen. So if you are, well, just guilty by association, then you deserve to be killed as well. Naofumi argues that they could have fixed this, they could have changed it, but nothing can be changed from here on out. Naofumi has the blood of everybody on his hands, and he even begins to shed tears. We were supposed to be sent here to save everybody. Vigilante or not, punishment or not, saving this world would have been the reason for all of this. Naofumi doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know what to do. Mark doesn't either. The silence is just eerie. Khonshu just stands right beside them as if nothing ever happened. How is he supposed to say anything? What is he supposed to do? Well, there is nothing he can do. Nothing at all. And that becomes blatantly apparent when both of them wake up once again. But this time it's different. Mark wakes up in one room, and Naofumi wakes up in another. And when they open both of their doors, they see they're living across the hall from each other, as if they were twin brothers the entire time. Was this a dream? Was all of this just in our heads? He even contemplates it. He asks Mark what the hell is happening. Mark says that there's no way that was a dream. It just wasn't. Their lives would have been gone. A dream, nothingness. What the hell just occurred? It seems as if they were sent away. And currently, the Moon Knight is still in the world, well, unknown to them. Moon Knight begins to slay every false person there. Khonshu begins to assert his control and dominance on this world. And now there's a new religion that is upon them. A new religion revolving around Khonshu. Khonshu has never been a guy that is perfect, that is wanted peace. Of course, he believes in punishment. Everybody has a choice, and once you make that choice to be good or bad, you'll be punished if you choose the wrong one. Khonshu is that type of god. Not the type of god you'd get on both knees and pray to. But at the same time, there will be a new religion. The religion of the moon. It will be far different. Now there will be people that would get on both knees and pray to the god Khonshu. And every single one of them will do such a thing because they want to be safe from the waves. They want to be safe from the clouds that will come upon them every so often. They want to be safe from the purple skies that will dawn a new age of terror. Naofumi and Mark may be gone, but there's still someone there, and Moon Knight is still alive. The heroes may be dormant, and now the age and the true age of the moon is upon them. The true age of Khonshu is upon this world. And that's a wrap. I know it was a little bit short. I had some ideas that I wanted to go about in terms of this series, and I knew this was going to be a really short part, and I'm really sorry about that. Normally I try to get longer parts, like I have the hour part and then the 30-minute part. I even have it recorded for 30 minutes. But at the end of the day, this is what it ended up being like, because this is kind of where I wanted to bring the story. I thought it was a very creative way to go about it. Nonetheless, I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't worry, I got a banger for you tomorrow. It should be tomorrow. It should be a collab tomorrow. But as always, if you enjoy, make sure to leave a like, sub, comment down below, and I'll talk to y'all very, very soon. And I want to say thank you for all the support and the nice comments I get in my Discord for my little mental health little break of 2 days. I'm okay, guys. Don't worry. But it's just I need breaks sometimes, you know. And yeah, that's about it. Hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.
I don't wanna waste what's left. And